I gotcha.
Oh, okay. What
themes, baby.
Oh, right.
Themes. If they give themes, that will at least get a couple hundred people to buy in. When Nintendo Switch Online debuted last year, we just bought it because it's cheap and we wanted to see what Nintendo could do as they entered the new era of paid online. But now, many moons later, is the service enough? Recently, President Furakawa has said that, hey, people are opting for shorter memberships as opposed to the full 12-month year, and Nintendo is planning to further incentivize the online service, adding features and maybe even games to help consumers feel motivated to pick a bigger package. We've heard that they have a game in 2019 that's unannounced that will take great advantage of the Switch online service, but what else do they need to do to get you and me using this more, and to get those who haven't purchased actually picking up a plan?
You're absolutely right, Zach. This isn't something that you and I ever thought about. We bought the year on day one. We've been using it ever since then with Smash Bros. Splatoon, all these games that now require it. But some of the bigger games on the platform, Fortnite, the biggest game in the world, at least that's what it feels like now. It's the talk of the town and everybody plays it. You can play that without online with better voice chat. So how would you feel if Nintendo had improved voice chat come to the online? Would that incentivize you to maybe jump on board a little bit more? Or do you not even care because you can already play Fortnite with voice chat even if you don't have the Nintendo online service?
It's a bit of a weird system where certain games already have their own voice chat, and then Nintendo's games require the app. I definitely think that better voice chat would make it seem from the periphery like a better package. It's hard because this is pretty cheap, so we've gone with very low expectations, but according to Furakawa, it's not working out as well as they thought. It's a pretty weird system because you've got games like Fortnite that take advantage of their own voice chat. We heard that Vivox is coming to other titles as well, but for Nintendo's first-party offering, you have to use the app. And I think adding voice chat would make the service seem more fully featured from the periphery, but I don't know that that is enough to get people on board, because voice chat isn't really a big toutable feature right now in 2019. At least it shouldn't be. It's not something that I think people are clamoring for. We then look at the free games. That's a huge piece of Xbox Live. It's a big part of PlayStation Plus. Nintendo opted to go the nostalgic route with their NES catalog. Big moment here, Gabe. How many times have you touched that NES app since launch day?
2. One on launch day, and once more, I don't know what day it was. I must have been highly bored, because those things don't do anything for me. They don't excite me in any way. I've either A, played those games a lot, growing up and throughout the years, or B, I didn't play them because I didn't care for them, and I don't care for them now, and there's way more stuff to play now. So yeah, I'm not touching those things, honestly.
And this is odd because Virtual Console was our most wanted, most talked about thing for the online service, and they just kind of botched it. It's a very slow rollout. We're finally getting like a pair of really good games this month with Kirby's Adventure and Super Mario Bros. 2, but is that enough to make you subscribe to an online service? The fact that some months you might get 2 pretty good NES titles? We've heard that they're going to be bringing SNES games, or at least we've seen data miners hint at such, and it seems like maybe they're prepping the engines for that to be a part of the program. Does SNES games, though, tip the scales now that you have access in a potential future to Link to the Past, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World? Are now more players incentivized to buy the $20 plan? I don't know. I don't know that that's the thing that changes this for Furakawa and Nintendo.
I would like to think that more people play those. I know I would. I would play Link to the Past. I would play Super Metroid way more than I would play any of the other NES offerings that are currently there now. The library of SNES games is just way more robust, and the quality of them is just much more up to the standards of what we see now. We see a lot of indie games come out, and they remind me of Super Nintendo games, so yes, I do want those. And I also feel that nostalgia just plays a deeper part with SNES games for me, just because that was like my first console I ever owned. So there isn't to be that extra there for me, but yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to play them. And if I do play them, it's not going to be often, but I mean, it would be one way to incentivize people. I think that does help people maybe stick around with the online. And it honestly surprises me that people are going down to just like 1 month thing, because don't they want to play Smash Brothers online? Don't they want to play Splatoon 2 online? Like, it is a little bit surprising overall.
I think it's more of like, hey, let's try and see, like, Smash is going to be this month, so let's check out the online and see if it feels like it's worth subscribing beyond. And even with Smash Bros. Ultimate, you're getting lag in, at least for me, a decent amount of my matches. So it's not even like the online that's there is running perfectly. And frankly, outside of an occasional Smash Bros. Arena, I'm not really using the online at all. So I would like to see more of that VC catalog be added. But if they do it in the way they've done with NES, it's just too slow for me. Having a couple games available and knowing that I've already played them on the SNES Classic recently, I played them on past consoles, Virtual Console. If this is in some way trying to be their like hybrid Netflix of Nintendo titles, they have to go bigger. And I hope that alongside announcing SNES at some point in the future, they also announce an expanded rollout where they're going to give us more than 2 titles a month. There are so many games to get through, and if we ever hope to get to N64 or, God forbid, GameCube, we gotta go quicker. We can't have 2 titles a month. And I think if you want to keep people in a bigger 12-month plan, like having, hey, we've got 100 SNES games that you can play throughout the year, that is a better offering than, hey, there's 20 SNES games or 15 or 2 new ones, and then, oh, I'll just get a month, I'll try them out. If you want people to buy the bigger packages, I think you need to put together a far more comprehensive program of old titles.
Yeah, old titles are clearly going to be one of the selling points, regardless of what they do. I do think that there's more coming as far as that goes, but they also just got to make sure that the online works. Zach, you and I have played Smash Brothers a lot. There's a lot of lag. I mean, look, when you're having a tournament and you're getting lag, that is kind of an issue. So how about making the online more stable and having it work a little bit better? And this whole peer-to-peer system that is currently on there doesn't always work. Of course, we're not going to have dedicated servers or everything. Like, that's not happening. But I don't know. I would love for it to work a little bit better. Other companies seem to nail it. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo.
Yeah, that would definitely help. But that's kind of, again, like an expected part of an online. I think you pay and you expect it to work. So is that what's really keeping people from buying? It boils down to a lot of, like, you need more games that are major multiplayer titles that people want to play online. And that often comes from third party that carry already established player bases that are used to playing Madden online, that are used to playing NBA 2K online, that are used to playing Call of Duty online. And yeah, we have a couple games like that, but I think getting more titles on the platform that take advantage and maybe even focus on online would be a big deal. It's just hard when, like, hey, your big ones like Fortnite, they don't even require it, right? So then you're not even incentivized there because you can play that without, and maybe you're okay just playing Smash Bros. Locally. Maybe you're alright just racing in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe against your family and friends. I hope that Nintendo is able to come out with, whether from themselves or third parties, some very dynamic online games that encourage continued play. I think Splatoon 2 is a great example, and I'm sure that a substantial portion of the already 12-month members are playing Splatoon 2, but there needs to be more, and I think games is a big component, online games, to getting more members to their service.
Yeah, I definitely agree. If you guys have any other ideas of what Nintendo can do to incentivize you to switch over, maybe you're on a 1-month subscription plan and you want to jump over to a year, just Nintendo's not quite doing enough. I want to know what you guys would do, or what would it take?
I gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Themes, baby.
Oh, right.
Themes. If they give themes, that will at least get a couple hundred people to buy in. The Switch Light and Dark themes, they're fine. But we have now gone 2 years with nothing else to look at on that home screen. And if they were able to tie in a plethora of themes, and you may say themes are not enough, I know that's what you're thinking, but look at the popular video games out and how much people pay for skins, for dances, for emotes. Those little things can go a long way. And I'm not saying themes are going to save Nintendo Switch Online, but they sure would be nice. It's been done on 3DS. We've wanted it forever. Let's go.
And go we shall, Zach. This is going to be interesting. I want to see them do stuff because they promised that there's going to be like sales and like special promotions for people that have the online. I've yet to really see any. If you guys saw any, again, sound off in the comments below.
That's a big one as well.
Yeah.
You know, they had such limited, hey, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you online play. We're going to give you NES games. And again, we didn't complain at the beginning. It's like, oh, it's so cheap, it's whatever. But even part of their initial plan, special sales, special promotions, like they offered the option to buy pretty expensive NES controllers with limited use. Outside of that, what are they doing for subscribers. I mean, you get your 2 old games, but when we compare this to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live that are providing you with AAA titles that often aren't even that old, and here on Nintendo Switch Online, we're getting, even on a great month, Super Mario Bros. 2 and Kirby's Adventure. It's a little tough.
Xbox is getting Rise of the Tomb Raider this month for free.
It's tough. I mean, PlayStation Plus has one of my favorite multiplayer games of recent memory in For Honor. It's a very unique title that has found a longevity that I did not expect. And we're over here getting 2 NES games. So again, either open the catalog so that, hey, we're providing you with a flood of nostalgic feel-good vibes, or start giving us an eShop game. That's something that we talked about at the very beginning. Give us a good eShop game once a month. Throw a SteamWorld Dig 2 onto this plan. Give us Celeste eventually as part of this plan. It would be so good. Or hey, forget Celeste, Towerfall. Take some of these titles that have seen life in other consoles and in earlier years and give them to Switch Online members who don't want to go back and play Balloon Fight or Super Mario Bros. 1. I think that would go a long way. So there are lots of options here for what Nintendo can do, and I hope that Furakawa is examining all of them. And I hope it's not just, hey, SNES is unlocked, you get 2 a month. Give us the sales, the promos that we were initially promised. Show us maybe a little bit more friendliness with the way that the online runs, so they're not running into lag in Smash Bros. Grant us themes, for goodness sake, and then I'd love to see an eShop game be added to the month. I don't think that's that much to ask. One eShop game, you're looking at like a $10 to $20 value, right? That's not hard. We've got these other services providing so much incentive, and it's not just about what can Nintendo do to live up to the $20 price. Why not go beyond? If you have the opportunity and the option, I don't think it would really cost them that much to expand their nostalgic rollout or give a free eShop game. Let us know what you need to see from Nintendo to either get the online subscription or to re-up your subscription once it runs out. And if you're on a 1-month plan, why? We definitely want to hear from you in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest and greatest from the Switch and whatever they're cooking for the online service. At least they're working on it, Gabe. At least they have plans.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of plans. So, I mean, let's see how this one takes shape.
Indeed. For now, though, have a fantastic day, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. And for myself and Gabe, SwitchForce out.